Boys, check me out. Right on time, 10 o'clock on the button. Pretty much a professional streamer at this point. No big deal. No big deal. I had to go run and get my coffee from 7-Eleven. It is so fucking windy today. I about got knocked over in the street. Need to put on some weight, huh? Oh. Easy, buddy, easy. Give me 1 second. I gotta share to Instagram. You know the deal. Great photo. Great photo. Justin Herbert and Madison Beer, man. My man. My favorite thing that I've seen about it, since there's so much press, now like every time they go somewhere, there's somebody filming them. Every single time they're at like a Lakers game or whatever, Justin always has a beer. I love that. I love that. He strikes me as like the good Mormon kid, you know, that probably doesn't drink. That's just like football is life. So seeing him out on the regular with the Modelo, my man. My man. We shall see, huh? We shall see, I suppose. Oh, damn, nobody here yet, huh? What the hell is that? I don't know what it is, man. Lately, YouTube has been up my ass about advertisers. You gotta like, all your videos have to get approved to like run ads on them so you can actually get paid, right? And for the past 300 videos, never a problem. And now all of a sudden in like the past month or so, like every video is having to get like secondary approval. And it sucks ass because if you post a video like that night and then it takes 24 hours to get the ad approval, all the views you get in that first day, you don't get paid for. So it's like our new video, it got 5,000 views in like the first 24 hours, which isn't crazy, but you know, that's like $30 or $40 that you don't get. And then especially like if it doesn't get approved the whole time, you're like, all right, I wasn't gonna get paid anyway. But when it does get approved, but it took 2 days to get approved, you're like, cool, well, most of your views you're probably gonna get in those first 2 or 3 days. So then you're just fucking burnt. Bastards, dude, bastards. With some videos, it's like, all right, like the other day when we did the one about people falling off all the condo buildings, it's like, all right, like, okay, some advertisers probably don't want to advertise on stuff like that. But you guys have seen, like, I block stuff out. I don't say certain words. I feel like I play it pretty close to the chest, and they're still like, oh, no. Your thumbnail had blood in it. Yeah, there's certain shit. The one we did with people jumping, like, it got age restricted and everything, and it was doing super good. And when your video gets age restricted, that's it. Like, YouTube doesn't recommend it to anybody. It's just, it's over after that, essentially. Bastards, bro. Bastards. Twitch and Rumble. Got some people hanging out. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, geez. Holding it down. Holding it down. It is so fucking windy outside. Super weird for Thailand. There has been a bunch of stuff in the news talking about why don't I see the chat? You should see the chat. I can see it. That's the chat. Rongo, what's up, brother? Chilling. Just waking up, just getting moving. I hit hit the stream at exactly 10 a.m. this morning. Let's drop some W's. W's in the chat, huh? I'm a professional at this point. Patagonia, hola, ¿cómo está? Bro, it's always been a thing, but especially in the last 2 or 3 videos, I've gotten so many fucking comments. Bro, learn how to fucking say pataya. Learn how to say pataya. Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a break. Give me a break. It's the same people. It's like, okay, I mean, I would understand that, but do you correct Thai people when they speak English? Do you correct Thai people's accents? I hope not. I hope not. It's kind of dick moves. And it's not like I'm super far off. Like, why don't you say like patia or patea? Like most of the Thai people I know that say it, they say patea. I say patea. I feel like I'm not that far off. Black Planet, I have a question. Okay, is that a question about a question? Got a little good news on my LTR Visa app yesterday. Status updated to final reviewing. Nice. Waiting for that status it's I don't know why, but at least for me, it's so nerve-wracking. When I went to get my DTV, you have to go out of the country to do it, and that like 2 or 3 days when I was waiting in Laos to get approved, I was just fucking super, super annoyed. You should just say it correctly. The funny thing is I've never had a Thai person correct me. Not one time. If I had tons of Thai people being like, hey, that's actually not how you say it. Would you mind saying it right? Cool. But I'm not gonna, go out of my way to appease a bunch of, angry white guys that are worried about me pronouncing somebody else's country's, city name wrong. And if I was so far off, like I pronounce it phonetically. Speaking English, that's how you would pronounce it. So I don't think it's too egregious. Right? It's funny though too, because like, granted, I'm still terrible, but with like a lot of these news articles and stuff, they're like really, they mention all the people involved and like all the Thai names, and I'm still pretty far off with a lot of them, but I feel like I've gotten way better at pronouncing Thai names, at least in the ballpark, but I get no credit for that. So I usually say patea, and then most Thai people say patea. Patea. It's not like I'm miles off, you know what I mean? I feel like, there's a lot of guys that say patia too. I feel like that's further off. I've never heard a Thai person pronounce it anywhere near that. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Oh, football. Who, Chargers played on Thursday? Yeah. Who do the Chargers play this week? Oh, I think it's the Eagles. Oh, no. Yep. Or no, what the hell? Oh, that's the ways out. Play the Titans this week. If we lose to the fucking Titans, I swear to God, if we lose to the Titans, I'm a 49ers fan from here on out. 49ers just lost to, didn't the Niners just lose to somebody terrible too? I don't remember. Fucking Jets won. Who? I have to know now. Jets beat the Bengals. Yeah, Niners lost to the Texans, who are also terrible. Everybody's on the Colts nuts, man. They look pretty good, but the Petea, Petea. The thing is like, because I noticed like being from Arizona, I noticed the same thing when like people would speak English, but then they, being in the Southwest in America, there's a lot of stuff with Spanish names, you know what I mean? And I always thought it was so weird when people would like English accent, English accent, English accent, and then there'd be one word in there where they would say it with like the perfect Spanish accent. I think that sounds weird. Like you can still say the right pronunciation with with your American accent. You know what I mean? Like Ocotillo. Like that's a very white way to say Ocotillo, but you know what I mean? Like in the middle, I don't know. This sounds weird. Thank God. They actually gave me my right coffee today at 7-Eleven. That one I drank the other day when we were making the new video. Fuck, man, that thing was like diesel. Are there people out there who drink 22-ounce iced Americanos? Like, who hurt you, man? Who hurt you? So the LTR is the long-term resident, right? Can vary by category, including a minimal annual income of at least 80,000 USD or 40,000 USD if combined with a master's degree or a certain level of investment. Oh, there's a bunch of different ones. Work from Thailand, professional, wealthy pensioner, wealthy global citizen, at least 1 million USD in assets and an investment of at least 500,000 USD in Thai government bonds, foreign direct investment, or Thai property. Wow. Have you seen I'm assuming you're talking about Superstition Mountain? Yeah, I used to live like 20 minutes away from this. When I worked at a coffee shop way back when, I'd always cringe when I heard someone order a croissant instead of just saying croissant. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're going to say the whole thing, I feel like, okay, that's right. I don't know. It just sounds weird to me. It's like either full proper accent or just say the correct pronunciation with your accent. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to correct a Thai when they say burger instead of burger. You know what I mean? You're still saying the right thing. You just have an accent. LTR is the 10-year visa I applied from the work from Thailand category. That's cool that they've thrown out some more options there. Work from Thailand professional, LTRT, minimum of 80,000 USD a year in the past 2 years, or 40,000 if you have a master's degree or higher. An employment contract with a public company listed on a stock exchange or a private company with at least 3 years of operation and combined revenue of USD 50 million in the past 3 years. Yeah, these are pretty, 80K that's pretty high, man. I love the day and age we've like gotten to now, especially like with people my age or like Gen Zs. They're like, oh yeah, I'm not going to date somebody that makes under like 250,000 a year, 300,000. It's like, it's gotten to the point now where like young people like that think like somebody who makes $80,000 a year isn't wealthy. Like $80,000 a year is still solid, even if you live in America, let alone if you live in Thailand. Like when my first year driving trucks, I think I made like 60, maybe like 57, something like that. And that was, I wasn't like buying cars and houses by any means, but I had plenty of money. Like 80K is solid. Is it easy to get the DTV visa? Yeah, I mean, as long as you qualify for everything, for sure. It's a bit of a process because you have to apply outside the country. But yeah, if you qualify for everything, it's super easy. And from what I understand, most of the embassies where you apply, your application fee, which is 10,000 baht, a lot of them, if you get denied, you get the 10,000 baht back. Not all of them. Every embassy is a little bit different, but as long as you file everything properly and you have all the requirements, it's easy to get. The biggest thing is like a lot of people just Google what the requirements are and they go apply at whatever embassy, and then they get denied because that embassy wants things a little bit different. Some want your bank account statements to look like this. Some want them to look like that. Some of them want you to qualify for certain jobs, but not. So whatever embassy you're planning on going to, you need to figure out what their requirements are. There's a few that are across the board for every embassy, but then quite a few of them have a few little things that are different. And if you don't pay attention to those, your application could get denied for a multitude of reasons. No master's degree here. I dropped out of college. At least you went. I think I definitely didn't go. I think I did like placement tests for like what classes I would be in for junior college, and then I never went. I wish I would have went to university for the experience of like doing it, but I'm also glad that I'm not, $80,000 in debt. Angelo, cheers from Canada. What's up? Chillin'. Canada, October 28th. It's probably pretty cold. Dude, Halloween's in 3 days. It does not feel like it's Halloween time. This is usually my favorite time of year. I guess I should probably go out and film a video for Halloween, huh? It's over these next few days, it's going to be filming every day because next month we're doing No Chill November, boys. Daily videos, streams once, maybe twice a week. We'll see how that goes, but we're going to be going hard. And we're going to Vietnam, ideally. So it's going to be a good month. Money in the bank. For the DTV, yeah, there's a financial requirement. What kind of music are you finding yourself listening to these days, big dog? Pretty much all the same shit. I don't listen to a ton of dance music anymore. Maybe sometimes when I'm like out riding my bike or something like that. Decent amount of hip hop, but most of it's like all the rock music and shit I used to listen to when I was a kid, like emo bands, My Chemical Romance, all that shit. Pierce the Veil. It's +3 Celsius here in Toronto, coming to Bangkok on November. Jesus, 3 degrees Celsius. So that's probably like 40-ish Fahrenheit, because 0 degrees Celsius is freezing, which makes a lot more sense. Freezing in Fahrenheit is 32 degrees. So it doesn't scale perfectly, but yeah, that's pretty cool. It's going to be a hell of a swing coming to Bangkok. Need 500K baht in a savings or checking account for the DTV, and a lot of embassies require you to maintain that balance for at least. Yeah, so different embassies have different requirements on how long that needs to be in an account. So that's what you really need to check on. That's a big one that catches a lot of people slipping, is you might have it in like an escrow or somewhere else just sitting. People move it into their checking or whatever, and then they go apply right then. And since it hasn't been in the account, then you're burnt. There's also some that require to see transactions from that account. They don't want to just see an account where you just have that money sitting in there and you don't use that account. For whatever reason, they want to see it in an account where you're like moving money around. Boys coming around to D&B, bro. D&B has always been tight. I mean, dubstep is just halftime D&B. You know what I mean? People used to give me shit way back in the day because I would go, like I would play dubstep sets, but I would mix in drum and bass and double time. People were like, bro, you should just play dubstep. You know, the older I've gotten, I realized when it comes to dance music, I was just ahead of the curve and I was just into shit a little bit too early. Like now, industrial techno and like all that, all that shit's super popular. I love that stuff when I was trying to play, but nobody was really about that yet. It was all like future bass and even house music. Like when I was DJing, like house music was not very popular in comparison to especially now. Like I would go to bookings and just play like funky house music and some people were not into it. If the LTR gets declined, DTV is my backup option. Yeah, I mean, so far for me, the DTV has been great. It's perfect for what I need. But LTR is pretty sweet as far as 10 years goes. You know, with the DTV, you still have to leave every 6 months. You can extend it. Like you can stay for 180 days. You can extend for another 180 days. But you got to essentially show everything that you did initially to apply for the visa. So instead of doing all that and going down, you know, the immigration and all that stuff, a lot of people just go out, come back in, reset it. I should have listened to you more then. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like, I didn't like realize it at the time. Like I wasn't saying to myself like, oh, look, I'm recognizing trends. I'm figuring out what's going to be popular. But the more I look back, like the kind of more niche stuff I was into, I was just like 2 or 3 years ahead of the curve. If I would have been a little bit further down the road, I would have, you know, then now you go to like normal nightclubs in like Old Town and stuff, and the DJs are playing house music. Back in my time, if you got those bookings and you tried to play house music, oh God, you get bitched at so quick. Fuck the extension, right? I think that's the sentiment with a lot of people. They just like, it's easier to just go out and come back in. Especially because, you know, a lot of people, like if you have that 500K chilling, I don't think there's a lot of people that just leave that amount of money just sitting in a checking account. At least you shouldn't. Ideally, you should have it sitting somewhere where you're earning a decent amount of interest on it. You should have it invested in something, you know what I mean? So if every 6 months you're like having to pull it out and put it in a checking account, I can understand why people don't want to do that. Still farming. What is that? Farming? I'm farming on the new battlefield, I'll tell you that. I've been lighting dudes up. Would have taken over, would have been today's dark mark for Arizona, right? I think I would have had a lot more success if I was just a little bit older. Like when I was playing, like it was, a lot of it was about what I wanted to play and what I thought was cool. If I would have been more like, hey, I'm here to make money, then I think I could have continued to go a lot farther. But also, like I love just DJing. Like if I could just show up to good parties or good clubs, just DJ, get paid, have fun, drink, do all that, that would have been awesome. I probably would have done it forever. But I just got sick of the politics, dude. It's like everybody, like you have these other DJs who are supposedly your friends asking how much you get paid at a club. Then they go to the club owner and say they'll play your booking for half the price. All kinds of shit like that. If you're hired somewhere and the club just sucks and people aren't coming for whatever reason, you are automatically the scapegoat. It's the DJ's fault. It's like, no, your bartenders fucking suck. You overcharge for drinks. People got to wait 30 minutes to get a drink, and when they do, it's a $15 drink. That's why people aren't coming here. But it's because of the music. So you're always the one. You could have 6 months of solid, good bookings, good nights, and then as soon as there's a slow night, some manager is coming up and telling you like, oh, you can't play this, but this is what I played for the past 6 months and it's worked fine. So I don't think it's the fucking music, dude. Shit like that. It does get old. Arizona politics are not, yeah. And it's just like, I have a lot of like DJ friends who are really like good dudes, but then there's also a lot who are just like piece of shit, like shitty DJs, and they're just getting booked for whatever reason. They're not good. And so it's hard to be like, it's hard to be honest with yourself and be like, I'm a way better DJ than this person. I've been doing it for way longer, but they're getting paid double what I am because they have this friend group or whatever. But that's just part of it. So I love DJ music when I'm on MDM. I think that's the case for most people. I'm really trying to get, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a Instagram page here. I think they have a YouTube as well called, let me look it up. Tuk Live, I want to say. Let me see if I can find it. Tuk Radio. So essentially these guys do like live streams. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but they do live stream DJ sets and they set it up in the back of a tuk-tuk and they drive all over Bangkok. I've been trying to get them to let me come play a set, but now, like, they just started not too long ago. And when they first started, they were kind of getting a lot of like kind of unknown DJs, but now they're like blowing up and they're starting to get like really high DJ, like high level DJs. So I might have missed the curve on that one. Steve Tropics, what's up, dude? Like, there were some awesome connects I got from it, like you, but then there's the other side of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I met quite, like, you meet a lot more kind of like dirtbags. Not necessarily like dirtbags, just people you're not going to be lifelong friends with, you know? But there's still some people that I still talk to this day, like Josh Santo, Medicine Mike, Matt Meyer. Like, there's still quite a few people that I am friends with from that. Tuk Patrol, right? That, did you guys see that guy actually got busted? Which, I mean, it makes sense. Moochies, yeah, dude. Moochies was a big one. There was also like the thing that, like, I liked to party, but I also just enjoyed the music. You know what I mean? I liked the experience. I was more about going to parties and drinking. Don't get me wrong, I partook in some party favors every once in a while, but then there was like certain people I would go, they're there every weekend, and every weekend they're like trying to get you to do blow with them. I'm like, dude, I don't like that shit. I've never liked it. I've never taken you up on the offer. And then they're like trying to clown you. It's like, you're trying to clown me because I don't want to do drugs with you? What the fuck? So like people like that, it's like relatively harmless, but it just gets annoying. You're like, dude, I've known you for 3 years. I've never done this with you. Why do you keep asking every fucking weekend? Let it go. Mike Dow, yep. I played a few sets with Mike Dow. Or we played somewhere that was, I think with some like Relentless Beach show or something. We went back to back. That was fun. Mike was always cool. I like the partying too, but yeah, exactly. Like, I enjoyed the music, and then, you know, you run into those people where it's like, it's obviously just an excuse for them to go out and, you know, get high, which, live your life. I'm not judging. That's just not really my bag, or at least it wasn't at the time. So it's like, I'm not really on that wave. I was in it to see the unknown artist. Yeah, that was the coolest thing about it. What? Is this guy, are you really promoting stream botting in my chat? Come on, bro. Do we have a mod in here? Tony, are you a mod? Fuck, ban that guy. Well, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, like, it was cool to like play with artists and then like open for an artist who wasn't like super big time, and then a few years later, like they're blowing up. It's cool to like get in on shit at the ground level. That's why I started to write for Fucks With It. Enjoy the music and making connections. Yeah, and I think a lot of that has to depend on like when you got in. Like when I first started going to like legitimate raves and stuff, like it was still an underground culture. That's the aspect that I liked about it. Like when I first started going to parties, the entire party was essentially like a bunch of rejects or like kind of people who were like on the fringe of society. You didn't like see jocks there or like fancy like Instagram models, you know what I mean? It was kind of just everybody that was there because they liked to party and they liked the music. So the longer I stayed in that scene, the farther it got away from that, which is why another reason why I was kind of just over it at a point. Like partying became like a status flex, you know what I mean? People go to Coachella, they have no idea who's playing. They're going to these big festivals, they're going to EDC. Also, they can just wear outfits and take Instagram pictures. I was like, just, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Missed it because I was on top messages, not all messages. Yeah, if you guys see anybody who's coming in here trying to like promote shit like that or self-promote or, you know, any of that type of shit, feel free to just drop a ban hammer. Unless it's something that like everybody can benefit from. But if somebody's in here trying to sell shit, get them out. Two Nickels, what's up, brother? Life's been good, chilling. You know, just another day at the office, my man. Got in right before the influencer crap started and saw the shift of the influencer takeover. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much like right when I started to like kind of phase myself out too. Yeah, I mean, it's even worse now. Like the the videos like I watched a YouTube video the other day of like the downfall of Boiler Room, and it's so bad. Like Boiler Room used to be so fucking cool back in the day. And now it's like they're booking like these girl duo DJs that like they're just playing a pre-recorded set and like they have like coordinated dance moves. You're like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like the ego of so many DJs now, like it was bad when I was playing, but now it's like insane. You know, like opening DJs, local DJs that think they're the fucking star of the show. It's like, bro, come on now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I remember I tried to start a promo company here, and RB had Shady Park weekends booked for the next 6 months despite not having shows for. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, they had a racket. Like you were part of Hades. It's, you know, I talked to Theo and Juan a lot about the like logistics of what we had to do to get our own shows that RB wouldn't just deliberately date stomp. It was bad. Ever think of doing an e-course like a few other YouTubers in Bangkok? Well, I mean, it would depend on what it is. Like, you know, what I would be doing a course on. I mean, in all reality, I can't, like, there's a lot of stuff I could teach people about, like, making YouTube videos, but it's not like, you know, I'm fucking Mr. Beast and have all the answers. You know what I mean? Or it's not like I'm, like, Casey Neistat and like am amazing at editing. I'm just like pretty good at most stuff. I'm not like elite at any of it. So it'd be hard for me to justify like trying to sell somebody a course on something that I'm not an expert at. You know what I mean? Like how could I sell somebody a course on like how to make a YouTube channel and how to be successful on YouTube when we're not even at 20,000 subscribers yet? That just seems a little disingenuous to me. Nice crib. Debatable. It's all right. It gets the job done. Everything matches, which I will take. At least this is a very modest condo in Bangkok. I don't have a ton of money to spend on a condo. I've seen so much shit on TikTok lately of people being like, oh, I've got a penthouse in Bangkok for $300 a month. Like the whole fake flexing thing for like internet points has become a thing now here too. It's so fucking annoying. Oh, I'm just heading back to my penthouse in Bangkok. It's like, bro, you're eating dinner at 7-Eleven. You don't live in a fucking penthouse. Heard of a few people in Thailand with DTV that had bank accounts closed. I haven't had any trouble. Granted, I've had mine for a while. I've had mine for a couple years. So yeah, I didn't have any trouble with mine. What I noticed, a lot of people, it was certain banks, like Bangkok Bank, I think messed with a lot of people's accounts. But mine, I have Krung Thai Bank, so I didn't really get messed with. At the same time too, like from the way they did things, they're trying to get a handle on money laundering and people that have, you know, mule accounts and stuff. And I think as long as you have like a legitimate account, you don't have a ton of money moving around, I think it'd be pretty hard to get flagged as if you were doing something nefarious. I just use my Thai account to pay bills, pay my rent, pay my electric. So it's not like there's a, you know, a shitload of money floating around. Remember, there are people at zero starting out with no experience. Yeah, for sure. Like I have some insights into certain things, absolutely. But you know, I'm not sure if I have enough wealth of knowledge to feel genuine about selling somebody, you know, a YouTube course. Certain things, yeah. If anything, I would like, if I was going to do something like that, I would want to like include it with something else. You know, I wouldn't want it to be like the sole focus of whatever that, you know, person was paying for. If it was like, oh, you can do a monthly subscription and you get access to like the YouTube knowledge that I have as well as like other things, then I feel like I could like justify a price. But as far as like a YouTube course by itself, I don't think so. I'll be damned if I keep a lot of money in a Thailand bank. Hell no, right? I'm like that with any bank. It's just funny because like you could have at a ton of banks, you could have $100,000 in your account, and if you go to the bank and you say, "Hey, I want to withdraw $100,000," the fact that they can be like, "No," or "We don't have it," or they'll ask like, "Why?" Like especially in America, they're like, if you want to withdraw, it's something crazy. I think it's anything over like $15,000. You have to disclose why you're taking it, which is insane to me. Like, bitch, it's my money. What do you mean? You need to know why I'm withdrawing it. Because what happens is if you take $100,000, you put it into the bank, they take that $100,000 and they sell it as a loan. So then they can make, like, that's how banks make money. They take the money you deposit and then they sell that to somebody else as a loan. So essentially, once you put in that $100,000, as soon as they sell $100,000 worth of loans, your money's gone, you know, in the literal sense. So yeah, if I had like big coin like that, it would not be sitting in a bank account. I'm still like very kind of like old school when it comes to like, I want to be able to touch my monetary value. Like if I had that much money to be sitting somewhere, I would be investing it in something, or I would have like physical wealth. You know what I mean? Like I'm still a firm believer, like if you want to sit on your money, buy gold. You would need to package it. You get access to you and review of portfolio. Yeah, exactly. Like I would want to do it something like I would almost feel more, like I would feel better about it almost if it was more like a coach course too. Like if you could sign up and then we could work together on your channel. Because the same thing is too, is like, I have insights and a lot of it has to come with like Thailand YouTube or travel YouTube. Like if you want to start a channel doing, you know, a different niche, I would have to, you know, kind of learn that with you. I could help you along the way, but I wouldn't be able to be like, okay, just do this, this, and this. So if we like could go back and forth and brainstorm together and build ideas, stuff like that, I think that would be a little bit more reasonable. If I take out more than 8K, my bank needs a head up. Not, yeah, exactly. You guys have, I bought my first $10 of Bitcoin crypto investor now. I think I might have a little bit of like Litecoin left. What's crazy though, and like, man, I was young. So it had to be like, I think I was like a sophomore. So it had to be like 2006, 2007, maybe something like that. Um, yeah, maybe 2008. I sold my Counter-Strike account because I had a bunch of cool skins and stuff. I sold my Counter-Strike account for 45 Bitcoin. And I think I only had them for maybe a few years. I think I sold all of them when they got to like $20. But yeah, at one point I had 45 Bitcoin. So it's like $4.5 million right now. That would have been nice. But there's no way I would have held it till 100 grand. As soon as that shit hit 1,000, I would have sold it. You know what I mean? Even if I waited that long. Ah, 45 Bitcoin. Yeah. Yep. At one point, I think I might even had more than that too, because there was that was kind of like the for a lot of like gaming stuff back then. That's what you would use for like Halo Online and stuff. If you wanted to like buy accounts, a lot of people would use Bitcoin. So I think at some point I probably had more than that, but I remember specifically at one point I had at least 45. But, you know, it's one of those things. There's no way I would have held it. It's the same thing with Pokemon cards. Like if I would have kept all my Pokemon cards from when I was in like 4th and 5th grade and kept them in good condition, I would also have a shitload of money. Like first edition Charizard, Venusaur, all those cards that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars now, I had most of those at some point. But when you're in it, you know what I mean? It's especially when you're young like that, it's hard to think about future value. Especially like with Pokemon cards, it could be like, okay, because even then they were kind of limited. But with Bitcoin, you're like, this is never going to be worth, you know, $100,000. It was very, very, very niche back then, like online currency. You were like, at that point, you were a weirdo if like you played online video games. If you would have told me like, oh, in the future, everybody's going to want these and they're going to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for them, I would have laughed in your face. I meant that farming 2024 game. No, I actually deleted it. I had to put it down, dude. Like it is such a time suck. It's ridiculous. It's really fun if you like that type of like simulator games, but dude, it's one of those games where you're like, oh, I'll play for a couple hours, and then you look up and you've been playing for 9 hours. I have John Cena's autograph, so I'll be a millionaire one day. Got his autograph when I was like on a $10 bill. I have a couple of those things. Like I have an autographed 1988 Jordan rookie poster with the like he's throwing up a dunk. He's got the from the Chicago script jersey from his rookie season. He's got the Jordan 1s on. Like it's such an elite poster. It's like in mint condition. It's in a frame. So I'm trying to wait till that's worth a lot of money. The only thing with Michael Jordan stuff is he was so big, he signed a lot of autographs. There's a lot of autographed Michael Jordan memorabilia. And it's one of those things like it probably would have been worth more like in the late 90s, early 2000s than it is now. Like Michael Jordan's still famous, of course, but nowhere near as huge as he was at that point. Youth is wasted on the young, right? What the hell? I'm gonna screenshot that. This guy just posted a complete ChatGPT prompt breakdown to find cheap flights. Find the cheapest flights from city A to city B during date range, including nearby airports and one-way tickets. Which low-cost carriers operate this route? Don't appear on major travel sites. 3, list 5 cities where adding a layover might reduce overall cost. That's a good idea. I bought the first Ninja Turtles comic. Dude, a lot of that like late 80s, early 90s, like memorabilia, like pop culture stuff, a lot of that can be worth a decent amount of money now. There's a rumor that Trump is going to dump the U.S. debt via crypto. Russia is saying he is actively setting this play up. We'll see. The only thing about U.S. debt is like the U.S. still holds so much like international economic power that it's like people are still, it's not one of those, like ideally, of course, we should be trying not to accrue more, but until America stops being a world economic leader, like there's not any real incentive to try to get it down. I have a fat box of old WWE cards, but I don't think any of them are worth much or limited enough to be more. Yeah. Well, and the thing with cards too is like pretty much any cards, it's all about condition. You know, even if you have a card that's super sought after, if it's not like mint 10 graded, it's worth like 20%. You know what I mean? Same with Pokemon cards. You could have a raw ungraded card that may be worth like $75. If you send it in and it gets graded as a, you know, PSA 10 mint, it could be worth like 700. So that's the big one. And the thing about it is too, is like a lot of the time it's not really about like how well you took care of the card. It's about like how well it was produced. Like if there's printing errors, stuff like that, that just kills the value. Are you simulation streaming? What the hell does that mean? Guys, I gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll BRB. TTYL. It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. He's just on YouTube. No, actually, bro, now we multi-stream. So right now we're on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and Facebook. Music on to muffle the farts. You know the deal, bro. It's more, I'm like one of those people who can't sit in silence. I don't know if it's like ADHD or what, but it's the same thing when I sleep. Like I have to go to sleep with the TV on. Sometimes the ungraded cards are worth more if you get the, yeah, like a lot of the times an ungraded card is going to be worth more than like a graded like 7. So yeah, sometimes that's why it's like important to be able to look at them yourselves and be like, all right, this has a chance to be a 10. Because also they're expensive to grade. So if you send a card in and pay $45 to get it graded, and that just drops the price, it's definitely a waste of money. As in streaming to more than one platform. Yeah, bro, we're big deal set up for that. Do you have a command set up for that? No, you can actually use Rumble Studio. And it's nice because usually, like if you want to stream directly from your computer to multiple platforms, your computer has to encode that video for every platform, and that's really heavy on your computer. But if you use Rumble Studio or something similar, you send the stream to Rumble Studio, and then their platform encodes it for all the other platforms. So it's a lot easier on your computer. Multi-streaming, yes. Yeah, I don't know what simulation streaming is. I guess, am I real? Or we're an AI channel. Dude, you could teach a course. It's one of those things that like, yeah, I could definitely impart some knowledge. I would have to like sit down and really get into the weeds of like everything that I've learned to see. What cig do you smoke? They're gross, man. Don't smoke. They're all fucking terrible. Do as I say, not as I do. Simulation, multi-streaming, simulcast, heard those, yeah. So if someone asks if you have multi-streaming, I can go. Yup, AI Tempest. What if you guys found out, it's been like 3 years, almost 400 videos, if that like it came out that I'm not a real person? Would that change your guys' mind? That would suck because the amount of just like AI fucking garbage there is on YouTube now, it's so annoying. I find like so many videos that are cool ideas, shit I want to watch, and then it's obviously just like AI written, voiced, video built. It's just, god damn, it sucks, dude. It's funny too, because like I use AI for a lot of brainstorming shit, and there's been multiple times where I'm like, okay, in your eyes, write how this script should be laid out, but don't write it like AI, write it like a real person, and it still sounds like just AI dog water, word soup. AI will replace us all. I don't think so, man. I think the one thing AI is going to have trouble with is creativity. Because people have asked about like, oh, are you worried that like AI is going to replace content creators and like get rid of YouTubers? And I don't really think so, because I think so many people watch YouTubers because like their personality or they relate with them or whatever. And I don't think you get a lot of that from AI. I'd be mad impressed with whatever AI model you were using, seeing you. Yeah, that'd be sick, right? There's like some projector out in the wild, like just projecting me riding my motorbike. I would multi-smoke weed if I was in Jomtien. We got plenty of that. If you guys do need and you're in Thailand, hit the link in the description. Tempest TV 5 at checkout. Get you taken care of, solid prices, good product, and I get a little kickback. So go do that. It's good for you. We're in an age where people crave authentic. Yeah, I think there's like, there'll be like certain times where people are completely fine with like AI garbage, but once it gets to a point where there's so much of that, like it already is, I think that's going to push more people back towards like legitimate content creation. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like, there's certain stuff like if you're talking like documentaries and shit like that, like yeah, AI can do a lot of that, but especially when it comes to content creation, like travel content or like going out to events and filming stuff in person and talking to people, like AI can't do that. AI is never going to be able to do that. So that's not going to go away. For a thumbnail, AI is fine. For actual content, I want things I can relate to and also enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a big proponent when it comes to like using AI for certain things when it comes to content creation. Like, AI for like brainstorming or research is fucking amazing. It'll save you so much time. It'll help you structure all your stuff way faster so you can be more creative about shit instead of spending time in the weeds like looking for content and looking for things to talk about. A lot of the times, like if I'm doing informational videos, like with the Muay Thai video, it was really easy for me to like use AI to be like, all right, give me a breakdown of the timeline, like how Muay Thai started to how we got here today. And then you can read through that and build your script off of that. For shit like that, it's great. For image creation, shit like that, for sourcing different ideas or where to find stuff or references, it's all great for that stuff. But when it comes down to actually making your videos, there still needs to be a human aspect, I think. Got to fact check the F out of AI when you use it for research. Yeah, that's the cool thing about it too. Like, getting AI to work for you is all about learning how to build the prompts. So if I'm doing something that's research based, I make it include every reference. So it's like, okay, anytime you tell me something, I want to see and I want to link to where you pulled that information from. So then you can just go through and fact check everything. And then you can just be like, okay, here's this link. This is what it told me. Let me Google that myself and see if everything lines up still. So I have to do that with our like news stories a lot too, because you know how it is with different like news agencies, different facts will come out, things are contradicting. So it's really easy for me to like take a news article. Damn it, this thing is always dying. It's really easy for me to take a news article and then reference it and compare it to other articles and see what's different. AI is great for that. So I can take the same article from 3 different sites, throw them into AI and be like, all right, what are the conflicts in here? What are the things that aren't true across every article? And then it gives you an idea of what to like look for. Russell Grant, good morning, go Chargers. Now we're talking. Should get another dub this week if we lose to the Titans. I'm a 49ers fan. I swear to God. About to hit a little something. Yeah, man. The guys I've been working with that do delivery all over Thailand and in Pattaya, they sent me a care package. Man, they gave me like 40 grams of all different stuff. I don't smoke a whole lot anymore, so it's been... I think they sent that a few weeks ago. I've only smoked like 2 grams. Because I stopped for so long, like now it's like I take one bong hit and I'm like, fuck. Ugh. Make it cite sources as well. Find info in the source it provides. It conflicts with the response it wrote. Yeah, exactly. It happens all the time. You can see it like the biggest with the, like when you Google shit now, like the AI response, there's stuff in there that's just flat not true sometimes. Well, because it cites human sources. It cites stuff that humans wrote, and humans can lie. So like the fact checking aspect is one thing that they need to work on. Sydney from Rumble. Is this live? Absolutely. You know how we do it here. About as live as we can get, huh? Who loses to the Titans? Coming from someone who raised in a Titans household. That like first 5 years Titans came into the league, they were solid. When they had Steve McNair, they were good, man. It's a bummer because I do like, I like Cam Ward, their new quarterback. So it's a bummer that he's just like not been doing too well. Survey time. I got 5 on it. The $5 super chat. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. I'm a Raiders man myself. God damn it. Fucking Raiders, man. It's funny though, because like I definitely like AFC West wise, I definitely hate the Broncos and I hate the Chiefs more than I hate the Raiders. I hate all three, but Chiefs and Broncos, like Chiefs fans are bad. Broncos fans are the fucking worst, dude. I hate them. Big NBA sports rigging scandal makes me think all sports since legal sports betting is rigged, bro. Yeah, I mean, we look at the Chiefs game this past weekend. It was crazy. Did you see the report that came out too? Like that independent study talking about NFL officiating, and they were talking about how biased, just going off statistics, how biased the referees have been towards the Chiefs in the Patrick Mahomes era. It was the same thing with Brady. I feel like so many people don't even talk about that anymore. Tom Brady in so many high leverage games, high leverage situations got bullshit calls. It's total bullshit. And like now it's, you know, in the age where we have instant replay and stuff, like very few times is there not enough to see on instant replay to change something, you know, to change a call. But now it's like certain ones, like what the fuck are we talking about, dude? Like you guys went back and watched that on the screen multiple times and still said that was a good call. What the fuck are we talking about? Titans are always showing glimpses of hope, but they can never get anywhere with it. Welcome to being a Chargers fan. Chargers, like, especially this year, like, if you just look at the lineup, Chargers got all kinds of weapons, all kinds of good defensive players, all kinds of good offensive players. Just straight skill-based wise, Justin Herbert is easily a top 5 quarterback. If you want to talk about in high-pressure situations, that's a different conversation. But if you're talking about ability to throw the ball, and be big and be strong and stay in and reads, he's really good, but nothing. Hold on. Let me catch up here. Hold on. NBA rigged. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is not the first like NBA scandal when it comes to. I mean, in the '90s and early 2000s, they had that one ref that got busted for betting on games. It's like NBA and baseball have had plenty of scandals with like players and referees being in and placing bets. Sports players are always easy to take advantage of. Imagine being an up-and-coming new athlete and Chauncey Billups asks if you want to play some poker, right? Well, and on the other side of that too, I can really see it. It really makes sense in baseball because of like arbitration and all that stuff. Like MLB rookies, like in comparison, they don't make a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, yes, $200,000 or $300,000 a year is a lot of money towards us, but as a professional baseball player, that's not shit. So if you have somebody approach you being like, hey, we can get you paid like $10 million this year. All you got to do is throw a few games. You know, it's easy for us to sit here and say that like, oh, we wouldn't do that. But if somebody approaches you and be like, hey, bro, you're already making $300,000. We can get you another $5 million. All you got to do is, you know, bat under 250 for the next 20 games. Say less. Even if I get busted and kicked out of the league, I made $5 million. Fuck it. Hold on. Let me catch up here, boys. Sydney. So what is this? Curious, very new to Rumble profile. It says 2024, but I forgot about it all until today. So here you are and tell me what you're doing. If you don't mind telling people. That's a lot of questions. No, we're just chilling, bro. I live in Thailand. I'm a YouTuber here. We're mostly on YouTube, but I just decided to start going live on Rumble as well. So we kind of just treat these as a time for us to hang out, me to get to know you guys better. You can bring in any questions you have about, you know, maybe you want to move to Thailand or visit anywhere in Southeast Asia for that matter. Questions about YouTube, whatever. I'm here for you. NFL investigation is coming next, only a matter of time. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Especially because there's so much more money in the NFL. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but NFL is the highest grossing sports organization in the world. makes more money than Premier League. Like there's no sports league in the world that brings in more money than the NFL. So at the same time, lots of sports betting going on. There's lots of money flowing around, and everybody wants to get their grubby little fingers on it. Not about betting on winning or losing. It's about betting the spread and having insider info, faking an injury so you don't go over and everyone can bet on the under. Right, exactly. Or, times where, a team's about to beat the spread for whatever reason. They're about to beat the under, and then for whatever reason, like there's a shit call that pushes a team down. It happened in a college game a couple weeks ago. It was a team was up by like 7 touchdowns, I think, or not 7 touchdowns, 7 points, and the spread was plus 7.5. There was like 7 seconds left in the game or something like that. The team that was winning had the ball, and instead of taking a knee, they were like on the 4-yard line. They ran it and scored a touchdown. What is the point of that? You know what I mean? So when you see shit like that not only is it sketchy in the situation from the sports aspect, it's sketchy in the like the betting line. You see shit like that all the time. It feels so weird wearing this mic with it plugged in, but we got to do what we got to do. Dude, I don't know what it is with Twitch, man. No matter how many times I unsubscribe from Twitch emails, it just sends me fucking more. You know what a Hail Mary throw is? Of course, bro. I'm American. I think every American knows what a Hail Mary is. A matter of calling a foul or not calling a foul. Crazy how easy it can be manipulated. Yeah. Especially with the referees, because like they don't really make shit either. So I'm sure like those guys get approached all the time. Well, and then you think about it too from like the casino aspect. Like casinos, I was reading something not too long ago talking about like a lot of casinos, the percentage of their revenue that comes from sports betting, it's like astronomical. It is substantially higher than you would think it would be. Like a lot of casinos nowadays, like their in-house games and stuff are a relatively small percentage of how they make money. A lot of them now make most of their money from sports betting. So you really think these huge multi-million-dollar companies aren't going to do anything they can to improve their edge? Come on. What the fuck is going on here? Are you good, bro? Screen is freaking out. Oh my God. This fucking plug on my other screen, like if you breathe on it, it doesn't fucking work. Oh, that's what it is. It's because this is plugged into it. Should be good. Refs got nothing to lose, even if they have to spend 1 to 3 years in jail. Exactly. Like that's the big thing with like all the Wall Street insider trading. People are like, oh, people don't want to go to jail. It's like, if I told you like, hey, you can make $40 million right now, but you have to go to federal prison for 3 or 4 years. Fucking sign me up. Sign me up. I'll go do 4 years in prison, come out with 40 million, never have to work again. Say less. Then you got apps like Halsey where you can bet on stuff like how long yeah, those like prop bet sites are insane. There's so many of them. There was a guy I followed on Instagram for a while that the only bet he ever made was that what's her face, the WNBA chick, not Caitlin Clark, but the one she's always got beef with, what the hell's her name? I forget. One of you guys got to know. The other chick that's always fouling the shit out of Caitlin Clark. What the fuck is her name? Angel Reese. This guy on Instagram. Every game Angel Reese had, he would put on a prop bet that she was going to miss her first shot. He went on like a 20-game run every time. Missed her first shot. And he just like progressively, he was just reinvesting whatever he won. And then by like the end of it, he was in like, I think it was something crazy. It was like $6,000 at like plus 300 or something like that. And then finally took it. He's like, all right, I'm gonna take my winnings. Dude won like $100,000. No, not Griner, Angel Reese. The chick that, she's the one that's always beefing with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark beat her in the NCAA championship. And then they got, and now they're in the WNBA together. And she like, every time she plays Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark beats the hell out of them. And then she just like aggressively fouls her all the time. Yeah, Reese is the one that went on that podcast and tried to say she was, you know, on the same level as LeBron and should be paid the same. Yeah, when they started last season, I think her team started like 4-16 or something like that, and she was just blasting all of her teammates, but she was averaging like 6 points a game, like 2 assists, and then like 50. She's good at rebounding, so she would get like 15 rebounds, but she's averaging like 6 points a game, and then is trying to blame the rest of her team for them going like fucking 6-16 or some shit. And then she got hurt. It was the way that the media tried to spin it. After that, she got hurt and she was out for like 10 games. And like all the news reports were like, oh, Angel Reese's team is 1-9 since she's been hurt. And on the bench, it's like, bro, they were 6-16 before she got hurt. Now they're 1-9. It sounds like they're exactly the same. What are you talking about? It's funny how the media tries to spin shit like that. Is it frozen? Oh, wait, frozen, boys? Tempe is called like Tempe. Yeah, exactly. Not frozen on YouTube. All right. I was going to say, that's the cool thing with Rumble Studio too, is like I can see right here and see our frame rate and like packet loss and all that stuff. So I should be able to see if we're like lagging or freezing. It shouldn't, you know, ideally, but we'll see. Not frozen. You are alive, barely. Holding it together. Guys, side note, if you are in Thailand, especially in Pattaya, Mr. Donut, like the Thai donut shop, they have a special on Grab right now. You can get 18 donuts for 180 baht for $5. I've had like donuts in my fridge for fucking 3 days. It's a sweet deal. I don't want to eat any more donuts. I'm fucking donutted out, but actually I think 180 baht is a little more than $5 right now. Is the exchange rate still shit? Let's look here. $32.61. It's a little bit better. Ordering Grab right now. Yeah. Granted, Mr. Donut, like the donuts aren't super fire. Like it's not Krispy Kreme by any means. But I mean, for that price, absolutely. They have Krispy Kreme here. I could not believe how expensive it was. Like 2 dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme here is like fucking $25. It's like 11 in America. Guess that's better than donutted in, right? I know what I said, bro. I know what I said. The goods, bro. Every YouTube video we have ever uploaded. Right here. This is my like safety net. God forbid something ever happens to the channel. That's why you guys should follow me on Instagram. That way if we ever have to make a new channel, you know where it's at. Krispy Kreme is sugary garbage in my opinion. All donuts are sugary garbage. Let's be real. As far as good donuts go, like if you try to tell me that Krispy Kreme are not good donuts, as in like they taste good, you're fucking tripping, dude. They blow Dunkin' Donuts out of the water. They're way better than Mr. Donut. Like just original glazed Krispy Kreme donuts, especially if you can get them fresh, are fucking fire. You eat 3 of them and you feel like you're gonna die, but they taste amazing. It took me a long time to get back on Krispy Kreme though. When I was like 23, 24 maybe, I was a manager of a Krispy Kreme for like 3 or 4 months probably. Fucking worst job I've ever had. It was terrible. Having to show up to a place that sells coffee at like 5 in the morning and deal with like dickhead Karen customers at 6 a.m. that haven't gotten their coffee yet. I've worked service jobs. I've worked at bars. I've worked at restaurants, and I've encountered like shitty customers everywhere. The percentage of customers that are shitty at a Krispy Kreme, I swear to God, it's like 30%. 1 out of every 3 customers is a fucking douchebag. It was terrible, dude. It was the fucking worst job I've ever had. And granted, I was the manager, so like most of like my employees that work there, most of them are like high school kids. High school girls. There was a couple dudes that worked there, but mostly like all my cashiers and stuff were all like high school girls. And there'd be grown ass men that would come through the drive-thru and just be fucking screaming at these girls because they like weren't being fast enough or they forgot their coffee. Like it blew my mind how many pieces of shit there were. Rift Shaker. What's up, bro? Yeah, bro, I'm not crazy about Dunkin' either. And like even Dunkin' coffee is not good. I don't know what it is. If you like cold, dry donuts, go exactly, dude. Like I never got the Dunkin' hype. The one thing from Dunkin' that is good, I don't know if they have them here, but in America, the hash browns they have, those are fire. But I always thought their coffee was shit. I always thought their donuts were shit. I never got it. What's the most slept on place in Arizona, I feel like, is Bosa. Bosa donuts are fire, dude. And it's so fucking cheap. You can get like 80 donut holes for like $4. Starbucks is like that. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Starbucks either. Starbucks in America, I do like a lot of their sandwiches. Their coffee itself is not very good, but the chicken pesto panini at Starbucks in America, that shit's fire. It's so good. Bosa isn't good anymore unless you go early. Of course, bro, that's the case with all donut shops. You got to go early when the donuts are fresh. Dunkin' coffee is good for the fact that it's cheap. You won't. Yeah, dude, but like, all the Dunkin' coffee I ever got was just like fucking sugar bombs. Even if you're like, almost no sugar, as little sugar as you can put, it's still just like fucking sweet as hell. But I think Starbucks and Dunkin' are both equally shit when it comes to coffee for different reasons. Maybe because I ordered late at night, but I've only been unimpressed. Yeah, well, that's the thing about Bosa too, is like all their other stuff is really good. The donuts are solid because they're fucking dirt cheap, but their sandwiches are good. Some of them have like bagel sandwiches, which are fire too. And if you go early in the morning when they just make the bubble tea, it's good too. Starbucks customers are Karen maxing. I can't believe like when I see how busy Starbucks is here. Like you think Starbucks coffee is expensive in America by comparison? Here it's insane. It's like 350 baht for a coffee, 300 baht, 280, almost like $10 when you can go to 7-Eleven or either like the other like coffee chains and it's like 60 baht, 45 baht. If I go to Starbucks out here, people look at me like I'm rich. Yeah, I think that's a lot of what it is here. I think it's kind of like a status thing. Like, oh, look at me. Like, I can spend 300 baht on a coffee in the morning. I've got money. I think that's what a lot of it is. I think it's kind of like that in America, too. It's just trendy. Starbucks is okay because you know what you're getting, but they're expensive and not a real... Yeah, well, like, with a lot of chains, like that's a reason why a lot of chains are successful because people appreciate consistency. Like it's the same thing with McDonald's. Like I'm not crazy about McDonald's like by itself, but if you think about it, you can go to McDonald's anywhere in the world, order a double quarter pounder with fries, and it's going to taste exactly the same. Like that's impressive. If you've ever worked at a restaurant, like you understand how impressive that is. And that's what sells is the consistency. If you walk into McDonald's, you order the thing you always order, you know what you're getting. Same thing with like Subway. Subway, like it's just a sandwich, but it's the same exact sandwich every single time. And people appreciate that. You have True Coffee in Pattaya, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever been there. I tried to Google True Shop Coffee Robinson Bank. What? The only thing that's coming up on Google for here is True, like the internet place. True Coffee Go? What the hell? I'm so confused. Is this an internet shop that also sells coffee? What the fuck is going on? So weird. I'm intrigued now. Been in Pattaya 1 year now. I've never eaten a McDonald's or Burger King. Dude, it has its place. Every once in a while, I'm craving Burger King especially. It's just, I don't eat it a lot here just because it's so expensive by comparison. Every once in a while, though, especially on the delivery apps, you can find a pretty solid deal for it. But yeah, it's just like one of those things, like it's one of those cravings. Maybe they're only, yeah, I feel like I've heard of it. I couldn't find it here, though. It's like hot and cold in here at the same time. I'm so confused. There's like no middle zone with this because I have like a newer air conditioner. It's either hot because I have to leave it off or it's fucking freezing in here. There is no middle ground. Waffle House. Waffle House is the shit, man. I love Waffle House. That's another one that's like, it's nothing special, but you know exactly what you're getting. And it's very fairly priced. 24 hours. Dude, especially when I was like a young rave kid, we'd be out at some desert party in the middle of nowhere till fucking 6 a.m. Come back into town, go to Waffle House, eat a bunch of fucking biscuits and gravy, go home, sleep all day. Good times. Best coffee I found out here so far is Benjamin over by Bukau Market and Dose Yield Time off Bangkok 5. I don't think I've been to either of those. Honestly, dude, I'm not much of a coffee snob. I'm pretty much cool with all. I go to Chow Doi a lot, But even there, I don't necessarily go for the coffee. I like all their like the food they have, all their like pastries and their the paninis. If you've never had one of the paninis from Chow Doi, they are fucking phenomenal. The bread is just like turns into like a cracker, super buttery, really good. Either that or fucking 7-Eleven, dude. 45 baht. It's actually pretty good coffee too. Cool with that. I miss Popeyes, but there's great fried chicken here. Yeah, I feel like fried chicken as a whole in Thailand is substantially better than America. I miss like, I mean, I miss Popeyes because of the sides. Like I miss Popeyes biscuits. I miss Church's mac and cheese. Church's like the chicken itself is meh, but their sides are fucking phenomenal. But even KFC here, I feel like KFC is way better than it is in America. It's fucking dirt cheap too. Waffle House 3 a.m. omelet. Yeah, I'm not much of an egg guy, but some hash browns, biscuits, and gravy, I'm about it. See Chow Doi all the time on Grab. Haven't tried them yet. Yeah, Chow Doi when it comes to like, they've got all kinds of like pastries and cakes and apple tarts and all, you know. So if you like a little something sweet with your coffee in the morning, that's the like the best spot I've found. They're really good. It's a bit pricey, but if you want just like a little breakfast treat every once in a while, it's super good. The paninis are insane. They're fucking fire. And I'm somewhat of a sandwich aficionado. Big sandwich guy. I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm hot and cold. Smoking that bomb Thai dope. So I come from a different age. Dope to me is not weed. Dope to me is like gross shit. But Thai weed, yes. How much of an eighth? It depends. Most places, vast majority of places in Thailand don't sell by the eighth or quarter or ounces. They just sell by the gram. If you do want to look at some prices, hit the link in the description. There's a delivery service down there I've got linked. They deliver all over Thailand, same day in Pattaya. And there's also a code down there for a bit of a discount. Speaking weed, sir, yeah. It's just like, I don't know if it's where I came from or what, but dope does not mean weed where I come from. Dope means like ice or tar. What am I looking for? Phone. Next time you're in Thailand and in McDonald's, try a Big Mac with Parmesan. Thank me later. Is that a thing? Does McDonald's have Parmesan? Rainbow PS4 SN. Just liked. My man. I appreciate that. Boomers taught me. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's like because that's like what my grandma calls weed too. I think that's just a generation back. Now it's like, I feel like most people my age, if you say dope, you think like something a little more heavy. Fuck was that? October 20. I can't believe fucking Halloween is in 3 days, man. Should we go out and film a Halloween video? A lot of, like, Thailand goes pretty hard for Halloween. See quite a few people dressed up. McRonald's. Yeah, McRonald's is crazy. I don't know what it is. I've got like 7,000 followers on Facebook. When we go live on there, we do not get one fucking person. How is that possible? It must not like promote it. Oh, I guess I should probably, yeah. Should probably get rid of that too. Facebook has been up my ass for promoting our weed partnership. Like, you can't do that on Facebook. I'm like, why don't you guys like reference where the people are posting from? If they're based in a country where it's legal, yeah, fucking delete that shit. All right, boom. How do we feel about Kick, guys? Should we stream on Kick? It would be a brand new I don't even think I have a Kick profile. You think it's worth it? I mean, granted, it's not any more work, right? Just have to add another platform. I don't know. Must be lying flat on the patio. What the fuck are we talking about? Alchemist 7182. My man, good content. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I prefer Kick over Rumble. I think, yeah, from what I understand, like Rumble, if you're talking just like a YouTube clone, more people use it to watch videos. But as far as live stream goes, I think Kick is definitely the one. I've been trying to build the Rumble following. I've been uploading all our videos over there too, but it's like, man, it's brutal. It reminds me when I first started YouTube. Like when you upload a video and it gets fucking 6 views. It's very disheartening. Especially like when those same videos are getting you substantially more views on another channel. It's like when I first started uploading to YouTube, it was like, all right, no clue what I was doing. Videos sucked. So, I mean, it made sense. I was like, yeah, I should, makes sense. I'm only getting fucking 12 views. But now it's like, bro, it's got over 10,000 on YouTube. It gets fucking 4 on Rumble. Hot, cold, hot, cold. God damn it. Anytime you want YouTube to just autoplay, it keeps out, are you still watching? Are you still watching? But if I fall asleep with it on, it stays on for fucking 9 hours. Fucking Drewski. What the hell? What am I doing? I moved to Thailand in December. December is a beautiful time of year in Thailand. That it is. I love December. Christmas. New Year's. Christmas. Fucking Jack Harlow. What happened to Jack Harlow? He was like the most fucking popular rapper on the face of the planet and then just disappeared. Decimeter. Decimeter sounds like something like they'd use in like a fucking nuclear power plant to measure if it was dangerous or not. What the hell? Smoke break. You guys know the fucking vibe. Addiction is real. I heard from December to April is the best month in Thailand because of the temperature. Honestly, it doesn't change very much, dude. I measure my manhood in decimeters. Jesus Christ. Like the weather is a bit better that time of year. The only major difference is it doesn't rain as much. But as far as like the heat goes, it's pretty much the same. There's just a bit of a breeze usually, but it's still fucking 85 degrees. Measure my manhood in decimeters. I measure my, patience with strangers in decimeters. Man, the wind was blowing so crazy it blew my fucking ashtray everywhere out here. It's disgusting. Decimeter is going to be a thing for life now. We've fucking made it to K-pop YouTube now somehow. Man, I've been grinding the TikTok grind, guys. It's fucking brutal. The things I do for y'all, even though I don't think any of you guys are on TikTok. You think like YouTube comments are bad? You guys should start a TikTok channel and start uploading videos just so you can see. Like Instagram is pretty rough. Most people on Instagram, like shitty comments are like kind of clever and funny a lot of the time. TikTok is a whole different ballgame. It's just people telling you to off yourself and calling you ugly. It's pretty crazy. I like how YouTube has just started sneaking in more and more ads. Now it's like when you used to get the long ads like a couple years ago, it was a 30-second ad. Now they're like 5 minutes. It's my biggest gripe with YouTube. You would think as a YouTube creator, I would get like YouTube Premium for free. YouTube takes 30% of all the money I make. Over the past 3 years, like YouTube has made thousands of dollars off me uploading videos, but they can't, give me an $8 a month subscription for free. It's fucking crazy. Can't tell if you're trolling or not. Yeah, right? Welcome to the life of the internet. I get so many Instagram comments like that too. I'm like, I don't know if this person is like deliberately trolling or if they are just that ridiculous. The bots don't help either. The bots on Facebook are insane. Next time you guys are on Facebook, you see like a controversial post, go down into the comments and start looking at people's profiles, and you'll see how many, like, it's just bots having conversations with each other. It's fucking crazy. Don't have a TikTok yet, but if you get a bunch of troll TikTok comments from a new user named Decimeter later, don't be surprised. I'll keep an eye out for it. I would not be surprised. The one thing that I've noticed about, the one thing that's crazy on TikTok, it's because I do a lot of Thailand videos, obviously. The amount of Cambodian people that comment on my shit just bagging on Thailand is crazy. Google can't foot that bill. I mean, like, because it's, I mean, like, I have a very small YouTube channel, but if you think about, especially people that have millions of subscribers, get millions of views, like the ad revenue for that, YouTube keeps 30% of everything. Even like if one of you guys donates $10, YouTube keeps 3 of it. So it's like, you know, one donation of $100, that's like 6 months of YouTube Premium right there. And it's like, it doesn't cost them anything to give people YouTube Premium for free, right? Like if I give somebody a free Patreon membership, that doesn't cost me money. Only boomers use Facebook. Yeah, that's not far off. William, what's up, dude? Chilling, brother, chilling. Yeah, Facebook is definitely boomer vibes. You can see a lot of it. And it's like, it's hard too, because like relatively, like if I took the amount of viewership I get on Instagram and I took that and got it on Facebook, you can make a shitload of money from Facebook. But it's like, the stuff that I do, I would have to completely make different content to be successful on YouTube. Like I can upload a reel on Instagram that gets 1 million views super easy in like 2 or 3 weeks. I upload it on Facebook, it'll get 100. It's crazy. Gonna go to Fat Buds and see if they'll give me a good deal on a decimeter. Here we go. Here we go. Facebook is boomers screaming into the void about dumb politics. Yeah, well, it's like, it blows my mind the amount of people in there that are arguing with bots in the comments, like just fake accounts. It's like, you know, it's fucking crazy. And the amount of rage bait that people buy into are like just blatantly fake videos and they're getting all worked up in the comments. I'm like, you can't tell that this is fake? That's fucking crazy to me. Fake news and yeah, exactly. And it's like a lot of it, it's like, it's very easy. It's like, okay, Facebook doesn't care why I'm getting my views. As long as I'm getting views, I'm getting paid. So like the rage bait accounts make sense, because it's like, even if YouTube doesn't discern if it's like, oh, you get more reach if you have 1,000 positive comments as opposed to 1,000 negative comments. Comments are comments. So as you know, the way the algorithm works is if you're getting views, you're getting comments, people want to see that content. So the rage bait kind of makes sense. Me personally, I don't know if I could do that, because I just like, I wouldn't want to be famous for fucking people hating you, you know? It's starting to become a thing now here too. There's like certain creators that are just going out and deliberately being douchebags so they get views. I mean, you look at the whole IRL streamer trend, where it's just like, oh, I can go around IRL stream and be a complete piece of shit, but as long as people are watching, I'm getting paid. Or like, people want to see them get arrested, so they're paying them to do stupid shit. And it's like, I knew that wasn't sustainable. Like, look at Vitali. Nathan? Sorry, that's really small. I need to fix that. Nathan Ross, welcome to the squad, bro. I wonder if I could just move that. What is that? Okay, that's chat. Let's do this. Let's put it there. Let's make it bigger. That should be better. Okay, always messing with the format. Anybody playing Battlefield, man? It's bad. I had a buddy buy it for me, and I've been trying, like, It's another one of those games, if you turn it on, you're like, yeah, I'll play for a little bit, and then you look outside and it's fucking dark. You're like, oh God, I've been playing for 6 hours. There's not a lot of games that can do that anymore. I actually just finished Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the pirate one. That was a good game, dude. They don't make them like that anymore. It was one of those games when it's over, like you're legitimately sad. You're actually connected to the characters. Yeah, when it actually ended and played that final cutscene, I was like, damn, bro, that's it? It's fucking over? You know it's a good game if you can put in 30 hours and you still feel like that wasn't enough, you know? I don't know how my screen always ends up so disgusting. Side note, boys, we just passed 20K on Instagram. Sweet little milestone. Now we just got to pass 20K on here, bro. End of the year. Calling it right now. Vitaly went to college in Florida where I grew up. I think he started the whole "do you even lift, bro" thing. But yeah, I detest IRL news and streaming. It makes some people hate YouTubers. Yeah, that's one thing that sucks is like, it's a bummer that there's so many shitty creators out there that you're like, a lot of the time when people like ask me like what I do for work, I just say I'm a freelancer for Google, which technically isn't a lie. But there's so many like shitty creators out there. It's just like, you don't want to be lumped in with them. The big thing, I always wasn't, I didn't like Vitaly because he just blatantly stole so many people's ideas. And he was always like internet tough guy. There was one guy that he stole an idea from. I forget who it was, but the guy ran into him when he was live streaming. And the guy who stole the idea from was this big fucking jacked, roided out dude. And the guy confronted him. He's like, whose idea you stealing today? He's like, oh, you said nobody was going to call you out because they're all too small. Like, what's up? Am I too small? And Vitaly like ran and hid in his truck. He always struck me as the type, dude. Think Vitaly get many years in prison? Well, it's hard to tell. He's in a really fucked up situation because he actually, so for his criminal charges in the Philippines, he actually made bail. He bailed out. But then obviously they wanted to deport him. So immigration detained him, pending a deportation. But both America and Russia, because he's actually from Russia, they both refused to take him back. So he's just sitting in immigration detention, waiting, for somebody to be willing to take him back after a deportation. Let him out. Yeah, so he made bail for his criminal charges after 3 months, but he's still being held on immigration charges. So unless one of those countries says they're willing to take him back, he's just going to be chilling. Which doesn't surprise me because, one, Russia, because he moved to America, so Russia's not crazy about that. America's not crazy about taking him back because he got busted for some crazy shit in America too. He was on a bunch of drugs and beat the hell out of some jogger lady for no reason at all. So America's not really interested in taking him back either. Philippine prison has to be one of the worst. Yeah, man, like you don't want to go to jail in Southeast Asia. Fuck that. Like, I see so many people coming here and just doing stupid shit or like getting high, and I'm like, not worth it, man. Absolutely. It's not worth it back home to get busted. And out here, it's like, and I feel like a lot of people, especially Americans, they feel like, the way the justice system works in America, that's just how it is everywhere. It's not like that. Especially, here, Philippines, Indonesia. It's like there's no, like, the amount of rights you have, it's completely different here. Like here, you don't have the right to an attorney. You don't have the right to a speedy trial. Like you could be in jail here just waiting to go to court for years. So like a lot of people don't think about that, I feel like. Worse in North Korea, I'm guessing? Yeah, I mean, North Korea is bad too, but I mean, it's not like here or anywhere in Southeast Asia, really, you do not want to go to prison. Indonesia is really, really strict. So easy to stay out of trouble in South. Yeah, you know, especially here, it's like, as long as you're not bothering anybody, you know what I mean? There's not a whole lot that you could get hemmed up for. You got to really be pushing it. That's why, like, I've gotten some comments before, like when we're talking about people getting arrested, like in our videos, they're like, oh, well, you know, it's just a mistake. And it's like, I understand that to an extent. Like, I'm not an angel by any means. I made plenty of mistakes back in America that got me in trouble. But especially in a place like Thailand, there's so much you can do, and you can be relatively buck wild and not be breaking any laws and stay out of jail. So if you get arrested here, you just pushed it as far as you possibly could. So I don't feel bad for you. You can be left alone minus immigration visits. Why? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when it comes to criminal stuff, dude, like if you're going to get busted here, that means you were a real fucking idiot about it. And when, like with the immigration stuff, it's easy to be like frustrated. But at the same time, like I understand. Like I don't think it's wrong for Thailand to want to keep tabs on the people that are in their country and what they're doing and make sure that they're being here and they've got the money to take care of themselves and they're not going to be a burden to Thai people. I think that's totally legitimate. We have fucking made it to emo YouTube. I heard Iran was pretty bad too. A lot of countries you don't want to go to jail to, or jail in. Why did you start making more videos indoor and not out on the street vlog style? Well, I'll tell you what. One, it's, you know, after 3 years, it's gotten to the point where I've pretty much filmed everything in Pattaya. And it's like, it gets to a point where I feel like the best videos I make are the ones I have fun making. And if you get to a point where you're just filming the same shit over and over, one, you know, me as somebody who watches YouTube as well, I don't just want to watch the same shit over and over. It's a fine line because people subscribe for what you're doing. But at the same time, like if you're just copy and pasting over and over, like it can be easy for people to get burned out. When it comes to like filming out on the streets, one, if I'm doing stuff that I need more references on what I'm talking about, that makes it harder because like you can make notes on your phone and stuff, but it's easier to do with a computer. And it's just like, I wanted to pivot and try something different because honestly, like I've done like on the street vlog stuff. Like if I'm going to an event and I'm doing something, okay, fine. But if it's talking about like, I'm just going to make like a list video talking about certain things in Thailand. If I go out on the street and do that, I made a shitload of those videos. And what I've noticed is they don't necessarily perform any better than if I do them in studio. So I can make more of them in studio. It's easier to make, and I feel like I can make them higher quality because I can reference, I can use graphics, all that shit. And when I pivoted to that, views are better. Like I stuck with that style of being like out and about while doing those videos for a year and a half. And honestly, most of them didn't perform that well. So it's like, it's a fine line of filming the stuff you want to film, but also filming the stuff that people want to watch. Like if you're only making stuff that you want to film and people don't want to watch it, then that's cool if you're doing YouTube for fun. But it's you have to find the line of what works and what doesn't. And when you find something that works, you got to stick with that, at least if you're trying to grow and get paid. And honestly, the studio stuff over the past 3 or 4 months has worked better. So when we go to Bangkok, that'll change quite a bit because there's just more to do in Bangkok. More, you know, it's more aesthetically pleasing. Like, how many times can I go down to Pattaya Beach or Jomtien Beach here and film a video and have it be fresh? You know what I mean? Like, is it really that visually stimulating to be on Pattaya Beach? For a few videos, sure, but you know, we're up to almost 400 videos, guys. You know what I mean? So it'll be different in Bangkok because Bangkok is much more visually stimulating, different parts of town that are, you know, different aesthetics, more historical stuff, temples, all that shit. There's just more of it in Bangkok. So you can go out and film 100 videos like that in Bangkok and never film the same video twice and have a different background or a different backdrop every single time. As opposed to in Pattaya, you're kind of limited. Doing vlog style too, you're sweating your ass off out there in the heat. That's another part of it too, is like, I found when I was going out to film those videos, I would start rushing through it. Or if you're also limited on if it's raining that day. If I scheduled to put out a video that day, it's raining all fucking day, now I can't go outside. So it used to be I just wouldn't film a video that day. As opposed to here, I can control the sound, I can control the backdrops, you know what I mean? It's just much more of a, you know, controllable situation. So when we're in Bangkok, we'll be out and about doing more videos like that because there's more to film in Bangkok. There's just more shit to see. As opposed to Pattaya, it's like, okay, like go down to the beach, film the palm trees, film a boat if you're lucky, film the traffic. What, you know, what else is there? So that was a big reason. And it's, you know, it's all about finding that balance. Like there's stuff I like to film, like the motorsport stuff. Like I like going to car events and filming all that, and I love making those videos. But in comparison to a lot of stuff we do, they don't perform that well. So it's like, I have to make some videos that are what people want to watch, that are going to, you know, fucking keep the lights on and enable me to keep making videos. And then also do some stuff that I really enjoy making. So that's the balance. If I'm just making solely shit that people want to watch, but I'm not enjoying it, it feels unauthentic, and I feel like that comes across. Hopefully by the end of the year. So my lease is up here. I'm pretty sure it's up on New Year's. I think my last month here is December. So it'll be around then. I don't want to sign another lease here. Yeah, just more stuff to go out and do in Bangkok, people to meet, stuff to film. I think it'll be a lot better for content. Like Pattaya, like the thing about Pattaya is like if you're talking YouTube wise, if you're not, you know, focusing on the bar girls and the partying and all that stuff, it's like there's not a whole lot to showcase in Pattaya that you can't do in Bangkok. In Bangkok, you just have more of everything. So I feel like most of the people that are successful here with channels that have like grown substantially, they're on that, you know, party side, you know, Thai girls, that whole realm. And that just wasn't something that I was necessarily interested in making videos about. What the fuck are we talking about? Screamed in her face and shouted, is it Halloween? What the fuck is going on? All right, boys. It's about that time. I got to get some food in me. I need to go. I was planning on going to wash my bike today, but of course it looks like it's going to rain. If you guys ever need rain in Thailand, just let me know. I'll go wash my motorcycle that day so it just gets fucking covered in mud. But yeah, I'm going to go get some food, I think. Got to edit. New video tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you haven't yet, get ready. Next month is No Chill November. We're doing daily fucking uploads, baby. Every day. It's going to be a grind, but we're going to do it on our way to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Anybody who hit up the super chats, I really appreciate it too. We don't monetize these bad boys, so we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. So yeah, I appreciate it. I will see you guys later. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I would do, all right? I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you in the comments, all right? Follow me on Instagram if you have any questions, want to shoot me a DM, anything like that. All right, boys.